Hi blockchain visionaries, I'm George Levy. In this video, we will be talking about Bitcoin and a very special event called the Halving. Stay tuned. In this video, I want to talk to you about Bitcoin and the supply of Bitcoins. To be specific, I want to talk about an event that's going to take place in the year 2020 called the Halving. Now, to explain to you what the Halving is, we need to go back into the controlled supply of Bitcoin. You see, Bitcoin has a very defined rules of actually how many Bitcoins will be created. To be specific, there will be a maximum of 21 million Bitcoins, which will be reached by the year 2140. Now, let's talk about how these new Bitcoins are created. See, Bitcoins are mined. They're not actually printed or minted like, for example, dollars. So if the US Federal Reserve wants to print more dollars because it wants to make it easier for people to buy things, they could just create more dollars. That doesn't happen in Bitcoin. In Bitcoin, there's a very controlled supply of Bitcoins, and they're actually ruled by mathematical rules. Let me give you a little bit of background of how we got to this point. As we currently stand right now in August 2019, which is when I am filming this video for you, we have 12.5 new Bitcoins created approximately every 10 minutes. That works out to around 1,800, actually let's be exact, 1,800 new Bitcoins on a daily basis. And you can do the math yourself. 12.5 new Bitcoins approximately every 10 minutes. We have 6 of those blocks per hour, then we have 24 hours. When you do the math, it's 1,800 new Bitcoins created daily. Now, it wasn't always like that. When Bitcoin began, there were 50 new Bitcoins created approximately every 10 minutes. That worked out to 6,400 new Bitcoins. Now, that was a lot of Bitcoins. So how did we get to 12.5 Bitcoins today? Enter what is known as the halving. You see, every 4 years, Bitcoin cuts that supply of Bitcoins by half. So while we had 50 new Bitcoins when we began Bitcoin, 4 years later, it was cut to 25 Bitcoins. Then 4 years later, those 25 Bitcoins were split to 12.5 Bitcoins, which is where we currently are today. Now, that supply is going to get halved into 6.25 Bitcoins approximately every 10 minutes, and that will take place on May 2020. In fact, if you work out the average 10 minutes, it'll work out to May 24th, 2020. I say we estimate May 24th, 2020 because, as I mentioned, that 10-minute per block limit varies. Sometimes it's more than 10 minutes, sometimes it's less than 10 minutes, and that's where Bitcoin adjusts the difficulty level. If the miners are creating too many blocks, then the difficulty level goes up, so that things can slow down to an average of around 10 minutes. But let's go back to the actual formula of where we're going for this halving. As we currently stand, we have 12.5 Bitcoins created approximately every 10 minutes with every new block. On May 24th, 2020, that was split into 6.25 Bitcoins for every new block. What will that mean? What it means is that there's going to be a lot more volatility for the people that are in Bitcoin. Why? Because, well, there's going to be less Bitcoins. When you want to buy Bitcoins, well, there's not that many available. Also, if you're a miner, you also have to take into consideration that whereas you used to get 12.5 Bitcoins approximately every 10 minutes, now you're only going to get 6.25 Bitcoins. Now, when you think about it, though, this fact that the supply is reducing actually makes each Bitcoin more valuable. And what that should do, and actually this is just estimated, that should actually increase the price of Bitcoins. Why? Because if people want Bitcoins, every single Bitcoin will cost more because there's less Bitcoins, there's less supply. Now, this is very, very important for you to know because all of these mathematical rules are built into the Bitcoin protocol. And that's how we're going to reach the year 2140, where we're going to have 21 million Bitcoins. So realize, we're going to have 6.25 Bitcoins in the year 2020, but 4 years later, that's going to split in half again because of the halving. And that is what the halving is in Bitcoin. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something in the process. I bring you brand new videos every single week, so make sure to subscribe to this channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, I'm George Levy. We're changing the world one blockchain at a time. See you next time.